Hello everybody and welcome back to another video in CakeCraft. And in this video I'm going to be building a Statue of Liberty in my own image actually. And um, just in case anyone doesn't know, which not a lot of people do know, but we're coming up on my 8th year of doing YouTube, so that's why I'm building something special. I think it's kind of cool. It's not like I've ever done it in Minecraft, so I feel like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a pretty creative build. I've already mapped it out, and oh, I just missed. Okay, so I'm not sure how many people are gonna be trying to recreate it, but I did put it on this pedestal. You don't need to. I just did it so that it be a little bit taller, just in case they can't see it over all the buildings and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna start here. And of course, we're going to use wax oxidized copper. I think I said that right. Because of obvious reasons, because it looks like the same material from the Statue of Liberty. And I guess we get started. This used to be an old house of someone that used to play on my map, but they kind of abandoned it, so I'm using it. It'll be like I'm thinking about putting an Airbnb inside the statue and inside the building, of course, so that people can like stay here. So it actually has a purpose. But yeah, I already got all the measurements and whatnot, so I'm going to go through it step by step so everyone that might want to create their own statue, obviously not going to modify it like I am to make it look like myself, but if you want to follow along and build a statue of yourself, here's the dimensions. Dimensions? I don't feel like I said that right. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be 8 long on both sides, obviously. Not that I feel like I needed to state that. And then 4 wide going that way. Okay, and then this is going to go up 12 blocks, and that'll be just the legs that goes up 12 blocks. And then we'll go over the torso and the arms and the head, obviously. So we'll do this 12 blocks for just the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and that'll be the length of the legs. Obviously, I'm trying to make it as big as I possibly can without it looking stupid. I think I did a pretty alright job. I did look at some other builds to see the dimensions and kind of did my own assessment on depending on how big I want the statue to be. And obviously I wanted to make sure it didn't look awful. So yeah, I think I did all right. So we're gonna get on to the torso now, and just so it's not confusing, this block still counts as the legs. So we're gonna put another 8 blocks like this on both sides, and then the other 2 to fill in that 4 on the side like that. And that'll be the start of the torso. So we'll go up another 12 blocks for that, and we'll go on from there. So this first block counts as the first block, obviously, like I did down there at the bottom of the feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And just so I'm sure, I'm going to count again. So this being the first block here, correct? Let's see. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So that is going to be the torso of our Minecraft Statue of Liberty. And then I'm going to do one of the arms so that you can understand the length of the arms. I'm going to do some modifications from my original design so that my statue can hold a torch. I thought about doing a cake because my character, and I think cake's kind of cooler than a torch, but I'm not sure about that yet, so I'll give it some thought while we're building this, and that should be 12 blocks again. We're not going to fill it in just yet, so we're just going to do all the dimensions so that we get that out of the way, and then we'll start filling in the statue. Okay, so for the arms, we're going to add another 4 here, and this will be 4 by 4 arms. So this being the end of the torso here, we'll add on another 4 there, and is another 4 along the side of the torso, just so it's not confusing. So these will be the arms, and then pretty much the arms will just stop at the end of the torso. So they'll be about as long as the torso, so it'll be 12 blocks as well. So just so everyone knows, because sometimes when you watch these videos where people help you build stuff, they don't slow down enough, I feel like, to really give you the proper time to process things. I feel like I'm hopefully doing better than they are. If not, I will try to slow down and make sure everyone understands completely. Because it's really painful when it comes to building stuff in Minecraft. If you're trying to recreate something someone else is building, because it's hard to follow the directions when it gets all crazy. But anyway, okay, so that is the arm. It should be a 4 by 4 block, like that, and then 12 tall, so it should be even with the torso block, which starts here and ends obviously at the top. And yeah, now on to the head. So the head is going to be 8 by 8 blocks, so obviously we got this 4, so that's 4 there, so we just need to add 2 on each side of the body, so that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is 8 blocks long there. And basically it just finishes up at the other end of the body, and then we'll just finish it off like this, and there we go. And the original design for the head is supposed to be 8 by 8 cube, but for my statue, I'm going to improve it to look like my original mushroom skin, obviously. So anyone that's doing a normal Minecraft character, you're going to want to do this cube 8 by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically you'll have that and finish it off exactly, but for mine, I'm going to do my mushroom head character. So I think I came down with the dimensions for this. I think it's like, because my character has dark colored eyes, I think. Yeah, okay, so his eyes would be here. So that you can see out of the statue when I build the ladder or whatever elevator system I put up here. So yeah, that should be there, and then I think, okay, so that's 5. Okay, so technically this is where the mushroom part of the head starts. So we'll go around and fill this in, this bottom part first. And technically we're going to only want to finish it here. And I don't think anyone else is going to try to build the exact thing I'm doing, so I'm not really doing the best dimensions entirely, but if anyone decides they want to do it that way, I can give you the dimensions in another video, but I'm just going to try and get this finished for now. So we're going to put on my mushroom head here, but just so that the color pops and you know what it looks like. I'm thinking I'm going to put concrete in the original colors of a mushroom so that it stands out in the statue, I think. I'm not certain if it'll stay that way, because it would look cooler probably if I just did it to make it look like the Statue of Liberty through and through, but I think I'm going to try and make it as much like me as I possibly can. So we'll see how it turns out, I guess. So I think actually this is supposed to be a white block in this corner, because obviously I can't make a perfect replica of the mushroom head, so I'm going to try to keep it kind of the same, but also not. Oh, well, yeah, that's good. All right, so let's see. Okay, we're gonna finish this up with red and just do the front of this thing. I'll just round that corner so I don't get confused or anything. So I'm trying to keep this, I think. Oh, I did not actually measure those blocks when I had this built before. I think I'm trying to keep it the same as far as length and whatnot, so it should still be 8 blocks, but I think I might have built up one more so that the mushroom head still looks big. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think, because yeah, I don't know. Because technically most Minecraft skins are, well, they used to be the same size back in the day. I think I'll stick with 8 for now for the full thing. And if I think I want to make it bigger, I can obviously change it later because it's the top of my noggin. But yeah, we're going to stick with what we got, I think. And try to put in these spots where I feel like they should be. This one should be right above the old eyeball over this side. Okay, so then this one should be here, right? Close enough. I mean, technically it's supposed to be over this spot here, but I feel like that one's probably a little close to the, well, I guess not. And then this one should be here. Actually, it should be here. Like I said, I'm not trying to make a complete replica, but if I can make it work, great. Because then, ooh, if that's technically the case, then this is supposed to be up one more here. If that's the case, if I can try to make it as much like it as possible, great. So I think one block will always be nice. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Good job, me. So I think that is pretty much that done, and I'll go over the back side later. I'm not even sure what the sides look like. You can never technically see the side of your skin, or at least not when you're actually playing. I think I could probably check it in the skin menu, but I'll do that in between a clip because I don't want to have people see me going through my skins and menus and whatnot. So my skins are a bit derpy. I've mostly got all the McDonald's skins right now, so. Alright, I think we're going to just finish this up and then go through and fill in the statue, and then we'll go over the other arm here in a minute so that we can get it all finished as far as the structure-wise. I don't think we need to build up any more, so we'll just fill in this whole thing. There we go. Alright, so we're almost done with the noggin. Almost. Alright, there we go. And it doesn't look half bad, I don't think. But the custom arm I did work out, and hopefully it'll look better. I'm going to have to do some tweaks because the original one kind of needed a little changing, but figured I can go through all that in this video so that I kind of work it out while doing the video. So hopefully it'll turn out all right. So, yeah, I think we're going to start to try to finish this up as much as I can. Or I'll do the face for now so I can kind of look at it. It looks so cute. And then we'll go through and do the other arm so that we can hopefully work it out and get whatever the heck I'm putting in my hand up there, whether it's a torch or a cake. See, if it was a cake, I'd probably want to do what I did with the mushroom head and do it as the actual cake, but I feel like that'd be too much and it would take away from the fact that it is, you know, the concrete, so you can tell what it is, you know. So I think I might still do the torch, and I think the torch is still probably gonna, or I don't know. Originally, I had the torch done in the concrete too, but, you know, the Statue of Liberty's torch, except for the fire, I think is all, or I think the fire might also be the same material. So I don't know. We're going to work out that later. We'll do the arm for now, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with that. And the arm is going to start out kind of the same. We're going to do 4x4 block. So that should be 4 there, and then 4, 4. There we go. All right. And, oop, that was not good. There we go. Oh my Jesus. There we go. All right. So that is going to kind of be basically the joint of the arm. And basically what I'm going to try to do is we're going to, ooh, I wonder if I need to, I think I might take this off so it's easier for people to see what I'm trying to do. So that's still kind of the joint. It's going to still be 4x4 all the way up, because how I do it is kind of complicated a little bit, especially now that I'm refiguring it out, I guess. So basically it actually might start here. Basically what the original design was, I brought it out 1 block, but I still kept it 4 blocks. But with me wanting to make the curve of the arm look a little better, I'm going to have to technically make it 5 blocks on this first one here, and I'm not certain that's where I'm going to officially start it, but that's what I'm going to do for now. Let's see. I'm going to keep bringing it out 1, and it's still technically going to connect to the other part for a couple blocks. I think we're going to need to... Okay, so the first 4 blocks, it will technically extend out 1, so it starts out 4 from the torso, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes out 1 extra each time until here. It should still technically be 4 blocks high, and that is where we're gonna stop it and then fill this in. And technically this zone is gonna be still the joint of the arm, being 4 blocks by 4 blocks. And then we're gonna technically, it's gonna stop here, and we're gonna bring it out 1 this way. So now it's back to being 4 blocks by 4 blocks. And like I said, we're going to have it extend out 1 this way instead of being lined up. So it's still 4 blocks after the joint. This is the joint, and then we're back to 4 blocks by 4 blocks, and then we'll bring it out 1 and lose a chunk at this side, if you guys know what I mean. And we're going to try to keep the arm technically still 12 blocks so that it makes sense. I mean, it doesn't need to, but it's a little detail I like to keep everything kind of sort of organized, I guess. Ooh, I think we may not go out anymore. Let's see. So this is 4 blocks, 5, 6, 7. I think we may start going up. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see how that looks. I may have brought it out further than I wanted to because of the new curve, because originally it was the curve started at the first block here of the joint instead, but it left like this weird mess up area here, so I figured I'd want to work with it a little bit more and try to get the arm right. So let's see. Oop, that's not supposed to be there. So I'm just wondering if it's too far out, maybe? Let's see. And let's fill this in here. I don't know. That is really a good question. Because I don't know, because look how thin that chunk of the arm looks. Technically, it's still the same sorta. Huh. You know what? I may take it in 1 more block. I may bring it back in a block. So once I get this figured out, I will let you guys see how it turned out and let you I'll update you on the dimensions of said arm so that everyone can rebuild it if they're trying to do so. Because I want to figure it out and get it all done. See, something still doesn't make sense here. I'm wondering if maybe we just need to bring it in completely, have it just bend at the same joint. Because I did technically start the bend in the arm earlier, so technically it probably, I really like saying technically, it's a problem. But, so I'm wondering if maybe, let's see, I think, because I'm just not wanting the arm bend to be too pointy. I don't know, I think I might put a block here. I think we might go with that. If not just for now, if I really think I could figure it out better, I'll probably update it in a later video. But I think that might be pretty good. I really do. I think there's some spots I don't know if I like, but I think it's actually good. It looks pretty all right. I think we're going to fill this in now, and then we'll see about getting that torch put in. I want to kind of make that the last thing I do, I think. I'm going to have to make sure to fill in the statue as well, because it's going to be a bit hollow, because I'm going to try to put something inside of it, not sure what. I may just make it where it has a stair or a staircase or a ladder to the top so you can look out the eyes of the statue. So yeah, we'll try to fill this in as quickly as possible, and then might just leave that alone because no one's going to see the inside anyway. Just fill in the actual outer parts, I guess. Alright, that's at least that side done. Let's see. I'm going to fill this in so that you don't see underneath there. We're going to just drag all this up. There we go. You gotta love how it definitely sounds like metal when you're building with copper. Oh my, I've played Minecraft a long time and I've never had so much trouble with building a row. Alrighty. Oh, you're not supposed to be there, friend. Let's see. I might just leave the back open so that I can just get past the building part of this. Just fill it in later. Or I don't know, maybe I'll just build it so it's all done completely and I can do a 360 vibe or look at the statue. And I really do like it. I think it's big, but it's not too obnoxiously big. Because there's a few builds like my church that I feel like I did a little bit too large. And it kind of takes away from all the other smaller builds. But I'm going to try to remedy that, I think, by putting some medium-sized stuff so it kind of just takes away from the big stuff being too much. And hopefully it'll turn out alright. But I like my church. It's a cool build, and I've been updating some of my old builds so that they're improved. But I just wanted to build this because I knew this house has been here for a while and it's not been used. So I figured why not just make, oh my, you know, I didn't think about the fact that now the arm is kind of merged. I may have him do something else with the other hand, maybe hold a book like this other Statue of Liberty or hold that cake I was talking about. I'm not sure, but I think we need to do something because kind of looks like a giant blob. Huh. I'm going to have to do something because, yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some improvements. I didn't actually think about it when I filled it all in. I'm wondering if I can use different versions of the copper. Maybe it'll separate it a little bit better. Because see, I was going to do that, but I was like, where would I use what kind of copper? But I see that maybe I should. Let's see. Well, we have that one's slightly different. That's weathered copper. This is waxed. This is, let's try bricks maybe? Let's see. And we'll throw that out. And this one, I think, I don't know what oxidized and waxed is exactly. Because there is waxed, oxidized, chiseled copper, and then there's a bunch of the different ones. So I'm like, I don't know what the difference is. But we'll see. Maybe we should do the whole arm, maybe a different type of copper. Or maybe we should just do like this. Maybe it'll give it a separation a little better. Let's see. I don't feel like it. I think I'm going to have to work on that. Man, I did not think about that. I may do that bend, like I said earlier, and just have it holding a book. Because, I mean, you can't really do much about it when it comes to these kind of statues, because it's one solid color. Especially, like, if you look at the legs, you can't do nothing about that. Looks like he has one whole blob of a leg. So I don't know. We're going to have to do some improvements, I think. Because I didn't really factor in trying to make it hold the book. I probably should have, but I didn't think about the fact of what happens when it gets filled in. All things considered, it doesn't look half bad, though. I mean, anyone who looks at it can really tell what it's supposed to be and kind of fill in the blanks with their head a little bit. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 stacked up. 4, 5, 6. We'll go with 7. I think I actually had, what did I do with that? Yellow concrete. I was going to use yellow concrete and then put fireplaces on top. There we go. Don't necessarily need the smoke, but I wanted the torch to look like a torch. You know, all things considered, I really ain't too bothered by the arm thing. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to do some improvements and do some changes. And of course, I will update anyone that wants an updated version. But for the most part, I can see what it looks like and I know what it is. So I don't know. I'm not too bothered by it. But again, I may do some updates. But I gotta say, it looks pretty great. I'm sure I'm gonna do other things inside here because there's still still stuff to be done. But honestly, I think this is a good stopping point. I think it was a simple build and didn't really need to be too complicated. Of course, like I said, I'll do some changes, but I think it's cute. It's simple and kind of me. So, yeah, I think I need to go through actually quickly and try to finish the dots in my character, at least in the back of my head. Let's see. So, I think one would go. That's really depends on, yeah. Let's see. We'll put one here. I think there's one at the same spot, and then over one. So here, and then boom. Oh, I missed. There we go. Oh, wow. Now I don't have red concrete. I am the only one that could have managed to do that. All right, so that was painful. Okay, so now back at this end over here, or over to this end over here, and we'll put one here and 2 blocks up here. There we go. Yeah, that looks like me. Yeah, that's pretty freaking nice. Of course, I got to go through and do the sides, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Of course, there's going to need to be some extra details because it's definitely lacking something, but yeah, I kind of like what we got here. And yeah, it looks alright. I think it looks great. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, like the video, and I'll update you on any changes I make to this build, obviously, if requested. Otherwise, I may not. Um, but yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.